Welcome back to Mobile Device Automation with UiPath Test Suite. We've created our first mobile device automation using the recorder in our previous video. It's time to use the other automation method, using the mobile automation activities from Studio Pro. Ready? Before building the automation, we need to make sure that the mobile device manager is connected to an Android device, physical or emulated, and running the demo app. Not sure on how this is done? You can learn more about it from one of our previous videos in the course. It's called Configure Your First Application. If you haven't seen it, pause here and return when done. Alright, we're now in Studio Pro, where we have a project already created using the mobile testing template. As you already know, this contains the specific project files and a test case. It also includes the mobile automation activities package as a dependency. This package contains all the activities we need to connect and interact with mobile devices and to manage apps. Let's go ahead and create a new sequence in the project by right-clicking inside the project panel and selecting Add Sequence. The first step recommended is to connect to a mobile device and select the application we want to interact with. This connection will execute the automation on our device. To establish the connection, we'll add the mobile device connection activity to the Designer panel. In the connection details, we'll select a device from those available in the drop-down list and the application. Next, we'll add a tap activity and indicate the target. In mobile automation projects, this activity mimics a tap action performed by a human user on the mobile device. The Indicate Target action opens the wizard you see now on the screen, which presents us with two selection options: the Context-Aware Elements Discovery and the Image Selection. The first option is meant to recognize UI elements as targets and anchors using selectors. The Image Selection, on the other hand, will attempt to recognize the elements by matching images. As a general rule, the second option should be used only when the first one doesn't produce the expected results. We'll select the Context-Aware Discovery option to indicate the target, the echo box field. As soon as we click on the target element, we get these results. The first one is the auto-generated selector, the second one is the fuzzy selector, and the third one is the image captured. And the cool part is that they are applied in this order at runtime, unless we uncheck them here. Basically, the robot will first try to identify an UI element by using the regular selector, then the fuzzy one, then finally the image. A word about the fuzzy selector technology before going further. This aims to accommodate cases in which the selector generated at design time and the one at runtime will not be 100% identical. So, it will try to identify patterns and match them. Think of a typical Google search page, where the term we search is included in the page header. This may create some challenges between design time and runtime, so the fuzzy selector technique may be very handy. The wizard also allows us to edit the generated selectors and save them. And if we click on a different UI element now, it will be identified as an anchor for the first element, which has been set as the target, like this. Now, before confirming the target anchor pair, we can validate it. This simulates the identification performed at runtime. Using the methods here, it's successful in our case, as you can see. You can learn more about selectors and all the other concepts we've briefly covered here in the UI Automation with Studio course. We can always edit or change the selector included in an activity by clicking on the hamburger menu. When a mobile device is connected, we'll use the Edit Target option, and when there is no device connected, we'll use the Offline Edit. Moving on. The next step in our automation is to enter a text in the echo box. This just saves the text in the local memory. To enter the desired text, we'll add a Set Text activity and indicate the field where the text goes, then simply input it. We also need to save the text we entered in the echo box. To do that, we'll add a tap activity and indicate the Save button. Great, we've added all the steps for our automation. Let's now run the sequence by choosing Run File. Notice that when we run an automation, Studio Pro automatically closes our active connection and initializes the one included in the automation. Awesome, our mobile automation works as expected. With that, we've reached the end of this demo. To sum up, we learned how to set up a mobile device connection in Studio Pro and how to add mobile activities to the automation. Now that you've seen how to create a mobile automation using activities, go ahead and create a mobile automation by yourself. That's all for now. Until next time.